Asking about keyword research or simply a cheap tool you can use to do it. Please note this tool has not got as much data at SEMrush at the moment, but to be fair, it should be good enough for someone if they live in USA, UK, Canada, Australia, or simply doing research into these sort of areas for keyword or keyword phrases. Australia itself has been added quite recently, so that's just to show you it is getting updated, it is becoming better at kind of stuff. Anyway, to work it, it's pretty simple. We can simply type in our domain name, or we can type in a keyword. Let's just go with car. Let's go with car, let's check out the USA part of it. Click search. So we can now see a range of different information coming up. So it's got an idea of related keyword. It's obviously not websites itself at the moment, but it got that idea of this UK, larger map, of us USA, Car Central, and so on. You get the idea, and we can view more. We can see our top competitors. It makes perfect sense that cars.com be or car.org, CarMax, that kind of stuff, or car.com. It makes sense because these are some of the highest authority things based on the car over motor vehicle niches as a whole. Wikipedia as well makes sense because it's obviously a high authority site. So you get the general idea. We can use these things to give us ideas for keywords if we want to, quite easy by typing in our keyword or simply typing in our website name. We can also learn more things from this, which is quite cool. The PPC, or simply pay-per-click competitors part, it is quite cool, I have to admit. I do like it a lot. It does work well. So we can see here, at the moment, it's nothing for Google. Google itself sometimes doesn't appear as well as Bing and Yahoo at the moment. But you get the idea. It makes sense that auto traders will be doing pay-per-click stuff. It makes sense that car would be, Travel City, and so on. So you get the general idea. And that also gives us a rough guide of how much money they're spending on a monthly basis. Please note, like everything in the world, this is just a guideline. They could be spending more, they could be spending less. It doesn't really matter too much. It just gives you a guideline to try and work things out. Let's see our competitors now. So it just makes it more simple for us to understand or see by just showing us our competitors at the moment. This part here is quite cool. It generally will show you the adverts or what we're doing at the moment. So it basically saves you the hassle of having to actually click it yourself when you can just look at it here. It doesn't always 100% work, but it is still pretty good, I have to admit, for how it works. Because you can just see here, if I was running a car section like that, get around the city for less, lowest price guaranteed, book now. So if I was running a car site or you were for a client and kind of stuff, so you could copy, make a similar version of that. As a way you could learn pay-per-click quite easy by simply using this tool itself. A bit slow in related keywords, but let's just go back. So you can just see here, it gives us a range of ideas we could be possibly targeting. We could say do car free. You wonder why Pixel Excel comes up. There's a movie by them called Cars, so that's the reason it comes up here. So we got all these different words we could possibly be targeting. Obviously some of them don't really make much sense, such as sheriff, doesn't really make much sense. Twitter itself wouldn't really make any sense unless we had some kind of Twitter service relating to cars. It wouldn't really make sense, but you get the idea. You can copy these out or download as a PDF file, quite easy. Just go to that, export like that, or as a PDF. It's pretty simple tool to work, as you can see. I'm going to show you a few other things before I end this video, but I just want to show you one more keyword it does, just to show you it works in different countries just as well. Let's go with pet. Let's go with pet. Let's target the UK now. Click UK, quick search. You can see here at the moment it's got no data to show for Google, but for Bing it works again. Bing itself, the reason why Bing or Yahoo works better some of the time is because Bing and Yahoo is less restricted on how you're using the API key, how much you're using it for. Google is more restricted. It says Google wants it to be done by a person, not an automated tool. That's the reason Bing and Yahoo will in some cases work better than Google itself when it comes to software using them for information. But anyway, getting back to the task on hand, so we can see things like Ken tag, monthly budget, keywords are targeting, UK pitch, registry, find comb. So we got a range of different things that could be targeted as our competitors. Amazon makes sense, and a few others do make sense. Not every one of these is going to make sense because it just depends on what the software thinks is a relatable niche. It's like all things, you've got to test it to see if it actually works or it's got some reference to you. We can also see as well, at the moment, Amazon's the highest. Makes sense because they've got the biggest budget and they're spending most. You can see here as well, the top ads. So if we were running some sort of microchip business for, say, dogs or that kind of stuff, we could have something like that. United Kingdom pet microchip registration database. We could use it as an idea and then find a way to make it slightly better. So you can be doing things like that. You can learn paper quick from this stuff, or learn some easy to rank for keywords. Asda makes sense because Asda obviously got their own brand dog food, so it does make sense. And there is probably a business called Greggs itself that does dog food, that kind of stuff. I know there's obviously a bakery called Greggs, but I don't think that's the reason it comes up. I think it's because of an actual business or dog business called Greg or Greggs. That's the name of the person's behind it. And we just see again, pay-per-click, that kind of stuff. We want to see our competitors, just the same as before. It's pretty simple. It works pretty good overall, but it's got less data than SEMrush. If you need more information than SEMrush, it wouldn't be any use to you. But if you're on a smaller budget, or you simply want another tool, this thing is good enough for it overall. You can also, as well, if you're, say, buying SpyFlu, I think it's SpyFlu. I've not really used it much. I don't do much pay-per-click stuff, but you could use this as a possibility to substitute for you spending two things, let's say, having to buy, for example purposes, SpyFlu and also SEMrush. You could then kick out possibly SpyFlu and use this as a cheaper substitute for that if you wanted as well. I'm going to show you another few things it can do, which you may find quite cool. If you've never done any sort of landing page or thing like that before, you could simply use this when you go into a landing page to give you ideas. You might say, okay, I really like this one. Since I got a broadband service, I can click that right now. And then basically make a similar version of that on my own site or your own site, that kind of stuff. So you can do things like that to teach you about landing pages or simply give you ideas of how to do it. So there's lots of possibilities for what you can be doing with this software. If you want to have a campaign watch done, you can do that quite easily by clicking campaign watch. It just gives you a bit more features if you wanted to do something like that. I'm not a person who uses Part too much, but if you're wanting more features, that kind of stuff, this could be quite useful for you. Anyway, I hope this video helps you. Thanks, bye.